So my name is Adé, I'm the CTO at Instruqt. A sandbox is for us a way to give people access to technology. So a sandbox encapsulates our users' products, our customers' products, to make it easily available to their users again. So the sandbox environment is an essential part in sales and marketing for our customers. So our customers' products typically are quite complex products that you need to experience in order to get the real value. And with our sandbox technology, we can actually encapsulate their products, but also any context around the product that they need. So oftentimes when you have a product, it's not just the product itself. Software doesn't live in isolation, but also an extra database, an extra service that you need to talk to. And using our sandbox technology, we can actually capture all of that together and expose it to our customers. So the benefits of using sandbox environments is that, on the one hand, you can give people access to technology, but also all the context around the technology. And additionally, because every sandbox environment is unique, we spin up sandboxes on demand. Every user gets the same exact experience. So no need to worry about existing previous state. Everyone gets a clean slate to get the best experience possible. So in a traditional way, people don't really use sandbox environments. What people really use is shared environments where they set up their software and they give it access to multiple people. And I think the biggest problem there is that you can never really rely on what's in this sandbox environment or in this shared environment. So if you access this sandbox environment, you might change some settings, you might update some data, and then the next person will run into that data. And that will probably affect your learning experience or your training experience. So using Instruqt, we allow people to create these sandbox definitions, so basically templates, and every time a user starts one of our tracks, we spin up a dedicated sandbox environment based on that template. And then every user gets the exact same definition or the exact same experience without affecting other users. I think a lot of our customers have open source products, so it's easy to download to get access to the actual product. But oftentimes, if you really want to benefit the value or get access to certain features, you need a bit more than just having download. You need to have a system to run it on. You need to have some data configured. You need to have other systems connected to it. And that's where a lot of these downloads fail, because you lose the capability to do some storytelling. You need to provide context around that download. And that's something that it's really hard for people to do that by themselves. And that's where we really shine. So we can set up an environment, pre-configure it, take away all the hurdles between a user and the value of your product, and make it really easy to get started.